Gonna be taking this Sony and gonna be placing it in the spot where this Pioneer is at. Like I said, both of these I got from off my job property, and I know for a fact something is wrong with this one. Like one of the channels don't work. Sometimes it plays, sometimes it don't. Mainly after it heats up, it stopped playing. So I believe it's something with the heat sink and solder connection. But I haven't tore it open yet to find out why. But with this Sony, I know these channels here work. I know the middle channels right here work. I know these two work. So like I said, I'm gonna be putting speakers on every last channel. And let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically, I'm gonna be putting these five speakers. I'm gonna be placing on 5 of them, see which ones work and which ones don't. And I'm gonna go from there, and I'll bring you in once I swap them out. Like I said, I'm still gonna open this up, see what's wrong with it, but for now, it is what it is with this one. I'm quite sure this one have a defect with it too, a channel not working, but if I can get it to work for what I want to work for, I'll be happy. Because again, I just want to push extra sound out. I don't need it for the bass or stuff like that, but to be able to push extra speakers out in certain settings makes a lot of sense if you can catch my drift on my setup. This Sony speakers, this Sony receiver have this one speaker, that one speaker down there, speaker up there, speaker right there. Subwoofer on it. This Pioneer, I have just five speakers on there. No subwoofer, no nothing, just these 5 on there. So these 5 is gonna go on here. Then it's bridged together with my stock audio. Stock audio. Boss. Stock audio. A Sony amp. Computer, TV. Everything is bring together. Even the computer speakers. Everything is together. So if I want to go loud and louder and louder, I can have my car radio playing, bridge into the Sony bridge into the Pioneer, but the Pioneer gonna turn into this other Sony receiver, and then bridge into the computer, into the TV. Everything works good. So that's gonna be my plan, to bridge this into that. And this Accusion amp is not in use right now. It's not in use, I'm not using it. But I could put one of them 3 speakers or one of them 3 subs on here and bridge everything into the system, but there's no need for it because I got these subs. So yeah, I'll bring you in when I get to that point. Alright, so what I did was remove the Pioneer from here, put the Sony on top of this Sony. I got it tied into this Sony and a DVD player. This Sony is tied into the auxiliary for the car stereo system. All that tied together. And I only got one channel on FM playing in these two speakers here. Plus these speakers is not enough power for this amp. I can get turned up halfway. So I need bigger speakers for this amp. And plus only getting two speakers I might work in between. So there's a default in some channels some way. I don't know yet how, but there's a default in the channels. Like I said, everything is tied together and bridged together right now. I still got to bridge the computer into it. But I don't know. As of right now, playing on FM. I haven't tried no other settings because I don't have nothing else going into it. But first, this one here is the auxiliary to the car stereo system. That one is DVD player. Well, three of these is the DVD player. And the Sony receiver, my first Sony receiver. Then the green one is my speakers for the computer. So it's tied into there. But these two channels is the only one working. The first two, as of right now, FM. So, like I said, there's something wrong with it, but I just don't know what it is right now. Because it's not playing these speakers here. I got all 5 of these speakers on there, but it's only playing the first 2 on the first channel. So, I don't know, I think I'm going to open it up. Look around, see if there's a loose transistor or loose heat shrink thermal paste or something like that, and see if I can fix it. But I want to jump around to use the other functions like DVD, CD selection before I move to doing that. But like I said, that one got a malfunction on it. That's why I was throwing it in the dumpster. The same with this Sony. This Pioneer. It got a malfunction on it. That's why I was at the dumpster. But if I can get some life out of it, get some use out of it, I'll be happy with that. No complaints. I really want to be able to, not so much for if I'm watching the DVD player or a movie off my computer and tying everything into my car stereo system. It's more for when I play my car stereo system and maybe I want to push more turbo or volume out without having to crank my radio up higher. Man, basically I just want to be loud, okay? Like I said, I got this accusion. that, and it's another subwoofer up under there. Ooh, had to set it the way I want it. And then that. Like I said, I got these are too small. Out the back, those two speakers are too small, so I can't push this thing up higher. So I gotta find better speakers for this receiver, because I can't push it up high.
But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of level.
This is bad throwback on Q100.5.
Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
Yes, it's back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Yes, it's back. Yes, it's back. Yes, it's back. Yes, it's back.
This must mean it's Christine. This must mean it's Christine.
So right now, majority of the bases. All right. So here what's going on. Majority of my power, I got the CD player 0 out. No music coming from it. Then again, these speakers not gonna work on this amp. It's too much power. So what's going on is, I believe I have a cracked soldering. There's a cracked soldering on these because again, I got this subwoofer bridge off of this receiver, my main OG receiver. This one is my main OG receiver, and I got the subwoofer bridge. Let me show you. Where is that? Those lines is bridge off the subwoofer right there. The subwoofer right there is bridge from. You can see the cord there is bridge off of there. So I believe there's cracked solderings. There's no blown capacitors or transistors. There might be melted heat transistors to the aluminum backing and maybe a cracked soldering. Because I wasn't being able to play the bass, crank the bass up off here until I touched it and wiggle it. So there's cracked soldering for this channel here. Now I still haven't figured out, maybe there's cracked soldering for these channels here, because these two speakers is playing off of 1 and 2, the first 2 channels here. So I gotta figure out what's going on with the rest of the channels. But again, I know the center, I know the surround right channels work because I tested them another way already. So I just have to figure out. I still haven't opened up yet, but that's gonna be in the future somewhere when I open it up and see what's going on with them channels. But everything is tied in together right now. Again, these speakers, these 5, they're not gonna be able to play on these speakers because it's too much power. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take maybe 2 of them. I'm gonna take 2 of them, and I might throw this Accusion on there and throw it on that channel, and I get more bass and more output out of it. But I need something different from these speakers because it's too much power. This thing still got too much power for those speakers. I can get to about
5'3". So your girlfriend rolls a Honda. When you work out, takes my Honda. But Honda ain't got a motor in the back of her Honda. My Anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hon. You can do side bends or sit-ups, but please don't lose that butt. Some brothers wanna play it in the hard road and tell you that the butt ain't gone, so they toss it and leave it. And I pull it quick to retrieve it.
these 3 not playing. 1, 2, 3 not playing. These 2 are. And these 2 channels.